So this is the reflection of the nine, and how we bring that into the experience of our truth or inner reflection, um, transcendence. So as we move through the equation of the nine, we experience different states of reality within that nine. So if we're in the reality of the eight, then that is the reality that we will be able to reflect with our consciousness, or the experience in which we are existing in, or the experience of which we're able to see. So when we start our journey, it's a journey of out there. So if I connect to source that is outside of myself. And when we do this journey, we are actually starting at the center point of the nine, but we're starting it from a place of actually not being centered in the God sphere. So the journey would take us out to the nine. This is the journey of finding ourselves through higher levels of reflection. And this reflection will continue to grow as we raise in frequency, and we have the sensation of moving outwards or moving out there in order to find ourselves. There comes a point in the journey when we meet the reflection or the frequency of the nine, that we realize that the journey is actually going in. Then we start that journey back into oneness or wholeness, or the frequency of nine reflects nine, or the frequency of the divine. So we start at that point, we move from the nine to the one, and we start the journey again from the reflection of nothing is outside myself. Everything is within me, and everything changes when we start to do that. But again, we are going to have different flexions of reality through moving into the God sphere, into the center point of the God sphere. Then what happens is, once we re-enter the God sphere, we have the reflection of moving out again. But this time, as we are moving into the God sphere, we are everything at one time. So we may have the sensation of creation as an expansion, but really all that's happening is, because we were able to enter, going from the one to the nine and actually become the nine, then we have the experience of the entire sphere, which in the beginning feels as though we are moving back out. But really what's happening is we're moving in even further. And another way that I love to say that is that we kind of turn inside out. So you can almost see the whole here as moving, everything moves in, and then it expands back out. And so we are just becoming this frequency that didn't exist before, because we had to go through these different levels of consciousness or expressions of what it is to be the self. So absorb that, play with that, and maybe see where in this equation you are experiencing your reality, knowing that there will be a time you will meet the nine, reverse the nine, and then turn the nine inside out completely. So much love.